Hello and welcome. My name is Denhard and I'm going to have a quick run through of Fanclubs, communities, tribes and herds. Why listen to me? There's only 2 of us in the world. I've done this for 20 years. I've led product, marketing and growth teams, and I truly believe that formations are going to be the next important landscape for businesses to crack. It's going to be a quick fire look through and run through of this presentation. So there's a much bigger fuller deck if you want to go to the full URL on screen or scan the QR code now. What we're going to do is have a quick fire look through, so please use your tech, use screenshots and your phone as we go to take pictures. So here's a quick primer for you. Human programming is all around social connection and survival. It's all around psychological safety. So as humans, we look for social and behavioural cues. We look to build tribes around us because they believe in us. We then want to see our people. We want to connect with different people and larger groups. We then want to wear a uniform and then have a flag that we support. We don't just look for intelligent people, we look for people that support us in different ways. So here's Keith and the achievement he's had. So he ran the 10K, he has pride, he has his moment, but also he shared it with other people. And this is what's so brilliant about event-based fundraising. And there's a lot of cultural differences. It's whether you won or you took part that's important in different countries. So every company is looking for, and every charity is looking for an existing audience with a network or a flywheel. Obviously this is something that connects well with this. But something I would say is we have a lot of ask fatigue who ask for a lot of different things in many different occasions. However, there's huge social networks available, from the original one, which is email in my opinion, all the way through to things like YouTube that have 2 billion users, to iMessage, which has 1 billion users every day. But here's a scary statement for you. The tools, we've got so many tools, we've got so many different people, but something that's missing, and I think we're chasing the wrong metric, and that's actually a false currency, which is engagement. But if you wanted to look at these networks in a different way, you can use something like a similar web and break these down, anything from YouTube all the way down through to Roblox. But what we need to really understand is what we're using and why we're using it for, and our phone has become the gateway to that. Here are many different ways of using it, and the apps that we use is from chat apps to money apps to email. We use these all the time, but we often overlook this. But one thing we are seeing with chat and social is the merge, the socialification of these apps. They do the same thing, but it's really important to understand this, and we're heading into gaming territory as well. So something to remember is chat is many things to many different people, but it provides connection between friends and family, work, interest and entertainment. And why is that? It's because we're the anytime, anywhere generation. We're always connected, we always want to feel those micro moments, and now we're going to be working from anywhere. We're going to be using 2 devices at one time. Here's a little tip for you. If you draw some circles out and then put you in the middle, place those apps in and around those spaces and understand how you connect with them quite quickly. Here's a little thing for you, it's something I call time to donate. It's if I know someone, the time to donate as quickly as possible is really important. But we need to understand how we're engineered. So as humans, we're hierarchical. We need to understand me and my identity, my friends, where they're connected to me at any one time, and how safe I am with those people. And it's all hierarchical. So something for us to remember is we can be who we want to be when we want to be. So we have 3 different personalities and personas. We have the real me, we have the pseudonymous me, I can hide behind a handle, or anonymous me, I can be someone whoever I want, whenever I want to be, and that could be completely anonymous. So things to know, to leverage is the inside information. It's all the insider tips, so give first looks, give insider information. Understand we play games together, we always have. Understand that what you want to do isn't what other people want to do, but you can connect with them at any one time. But here's a hint for you. People are looking for different things from people and from tools, and here's just a few ways for them to do that. But here's the meat on the bone. Here are different ways that you can leverage communities, fan clubs, tribes and herds. These are all formations. So something to remember is fan clubs are all around connecting around something to celebrate together. And this is what Cameo's done really well, is a one-to-one to one-to-few different ways of working. It's something that charities can really leverage. Community is slightly different. Communities are formations of people that come together around a cause generally, or for a big, strong interest. And here are different ways that people are doing that. But just remember, your branded community isn't a group, it's a group, it's not a community. And tribes are slightly different. These are things that people connect around a smaller set of beliefs, and the bigger they become, the more exclusive they become. That's why sports teams, sports fans, and people break away in different hen do's and stag do's. And here's how tribes actually work. The bigger the tribe becomes, the more insular they become, the less communication in the outside world happens. Herds are slightly different. Herds of things around an interest, and the bigger it becomes, the more people are connected, the more inclusive it is, the wider remit it becomes. So you've got herds that start around a cause and they get bigger and bigger, and more and more people follow them. And then it's how people cluster is the real takeaway, it's the real strong point that you should understand. But the way herds get bigger is around different causes, so they break away but still stay together as a unit. And the real magic behind a herd is knowing that there has to be an alpha, a beta, and internal influences that drum up the interest and keep the herd moving forward. So something that we need to remember is it's connected around content and a cause. So it's connected around what you create, you curate, and what you consume. It's the connection. So the formation is really important. It's how you feel, then what you get fascinated by. It's the future, and then how you know it's going to flourish. So here's how I would do it if I was in your place. I'd take a screenshot and understand and run a quick SWOT on this. But your next challenge is to understand whether to build one, buy one, or rent one. And the bigger deck, the wider deck gives you more information on this. So the thing that you're here for is the hints and tips. So some of the information I knew from peer-to-peer crowdfunding is people loved the connection, their recommendation, and the safety of it. They knew who it was, they knew how to compare it to something. They knew it's from a friend, family, or colleague, and that was trust-based. Often with charities, it's not always the same. And here's a little cheat sheet for you to understand differences between long-term and short-term, from Fanclubs all the way down to herds. So here are signals, the important information to understand between them. So there's 3 phases. It's from rewarding people to having conversation and chatter to having FOMO and JOMO. It's then internal growth. It's the language, the in-jokes that happen, all the way through the transactional nature of you recommending someone for work. And then, just quickly, here are some final tips for you. Talk with people, not at them. Customers perform around positive and negatives. Use a 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth method when managing these. We live in a multi-device world, so that means we use the laptop and a mobile at the same time, or the phone and the TV at the same time. People connect with people, and then they connect with causes. Communities will need policing. What is old is new again. People don't want to be connected with brands in that way, and give people the uniform. And please, people are competitive, so connect with that. Thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it.